Small pineapple break. Good stuff.
Always working 7 days a week.
Stay down,
I'm grinding on and never get no sleep.
stay down,
Stay down till you come up how you eat.
stay down,
So stay down,
stay down,
stay down.
stay down,
Always working 7 days a week.
stay down,
I'm grinding on and never get no sleep.
stay down,
Stay down till you come up how you eat.
Stay down.
So stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down.
What's going on, hustlers and ballers and go-getters? It's your boy Coach Hustle, back with another story, man. So listen, man, the last story, a lot of people loved it, like they say what's going on. And I'm just speaking my truth. There's no edits, there's no recuts, there's nothing like that. Just me talking to y'all about stories that happened to me on amongst this entrepreneurship journey. Like I said, right now, our business is booming. We're still growing. We're growing rapidly every single day. But there was a time in my life when shit was going crazy. Shit was bananas. And sorry for the noise. I'm down here in Atlanta, downtown today, working on the road. Hellcats going crazy. You see what I'm saying? Welcome to Atlanta, right? But anyway, I wanted to get into the story about how God told me to give away my last $4.16. That's right. God told me to give away my last $4.16. And I obliged him. So let me tell you right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the story, right? Because there's a backstory to that, right? You know, I gotta give you the backstory so you can see where we're at now, so you see how we hustle so hard right now. So back in 2014, I left my full-time job. I was working at a Nissan dealership. I started making money online, and y'all know me. As soon as I start making money online, man, that 9 to 5 shit gotta go. That 9 to 5 shit gotta go, right? So I started making money online. It was enough to cover all my bills. I said, and have money in my pocket. I'm like, why would I go work 50, 60 hours when I can sit on my sofa, watch TV, talk on the internet, and make bread? So that's what I did, right? It was going great. Everything was going cool until that company shut down. Now, not only did they shut down because the CEO was stealing money. He was stealing monies, right? This is back 2014. This is when everybody was the internet was starting to bubble. People started making money. People started showing a different lifestyle, making money online. Young folks, right? And I was a part of a company that was doing that. It was like, man, this shit's booming. I got in towards the end, started making a little bread, but then the CEO started stealing money. My whole entire income was based on that one company. I was based on that one check. We got paid on the 15th of every single month. That was my whole entire income, right? So once that got snatched, shit got crazy, right? So we're trying to figure out, I'm doing different programs, doing different things, and we got involved with this one company, me and my partner and a couple other people that had a lifeline, right? So at this time, my lease was up at my one apartment, so I moved into another spot, right? And that spot wasn't the best. I ain't gonna hold you. I just got into it because I don't know. It just was how what God was leading me to, right? I guess God was leading me to this place to go through this one particular thing so we can move forward. So I got into a spot. My roommate, God rest his soul, my little brother Mario, he's passed away now. He actually the spot. It was a 2-bedroom. He like, man, I can go half on you the whole nine. I was like, man, okay, you my little brother, come on, right? I ain't worried about it. He ended up pulling out in the last minute because him and his future baby mama moved in together, right? So I'm stuck there, and things got crazy, right? So like I said before, my company shut down. We jumped to this other company, right? And they had these big promises, right? Big, huge promises. And at that time, this is when the internet, like I said, was really jumping with people making opportunities and making money. So they told me, man, if you get a certain amount of people to take this program, we're gonna pay you out this, which was about $2,500, right? I was like, shit, that's all I need right there. I can need the $2,500. And he's like, if you do this many people, we're gonna pay you out $5,000. I said, ooh-wee, right? So he got to do it in 30 days. So for the next 30 days, I had no other income coming in. So all I did was I locked in. Like sometimes you guys in entrepreneurship, you got to set a big goal and you got to lock the fuck in, right? So I locked in, right? I was locked in. I ain't had no internet. ain't had nothing. I was on my phone using the 4 3G, wherever it was at that time, right? I'm locked in, right? Because I need this money, right? And I'll make a few plays here and there to make some food, but I was like, my whole entire business, my whole entire rent is based on me getting at least getting to 5,000, at least getting 2,500, right? So in those 30 days, I murdered it. I crushed it. Me and my team, we went bananas, right? And we had over 100 people join, right? And out of 100 people, I was supposed to make 5 G's. Now, this 5 G's was my lifesaver, right? This was my lifesaver. I was like, okay, man, we back in the game, baby. You can't stop the goddamn rock. 2 days before I was supposed to get my payout. 2 days before I was supposed to get my payout. 2 fucking days before I was supposed to get my payout, we get an email from the then CEO saying some kind of complications with this payment processor. Payments is going to be a little late. I'm like, what? I need to, I've already set my arrangements to get this check so I can go ahead and pay these bills, right? He's like, it's going to take a couple more days. A couple more days happen. He shoots another video saying, we got some complications still going on. We're working hard to get everybody your money. Was able to pay out a few of you guys. The next level's gonna come. We're gonna get you. They send out emails. Now I'm worried. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm over here. I done put this work in. I done brought these people over or involved. Everybody's excited. We finna blow this thing up. And now the CEO telling me that he can't goddamn pay us. What the fuck is going on with the city? So I'm sitting there. So things got hard. I ain't gonna hold you. Things got really, really hard. And I didn't want to go back to a 9 to 5. Looking back at it, I should have just jumped back into a job and got myself straight until I figure out what I want to do in business. But I was so stubborn, I was so hard-headed that I didn't want to go back to a job. And during this same exact time, as that month went on, like I said, sometimes a hurricane gets you right. You got to figure out how to work it. And as I was going through this hurricane, I had a Grand Prix. The Grand Prix started messing up. I couldn't drive the Grand Prix, right? I love that car too. Couldn't drive it. So I got a abandoned car. I got rent that's past due. We got no bread coming in. And we got an opportunity that we done brought all these people over. But guess what? Nobody can get paid. So I'm still stuck in the middle trying to figure out what to do. Because I'm out here preaching, let's join, let's do this, and this is fucking up. It's fucking up. And it got to the point where my account was in the negative. Y'all been there before. If you ain't been there before, don't go. But the folks that have, raise your hand, put an amen. I've been there before, like I said, So, but I wasn't sad about the account going overdrawn. I was just trying to figure out, I knew it's got to be a come up some kind of way. So this particular night was kind of hard. I was having a hard, as an entrepreneur, man, they don't talk about the dark side of entrepreneurship when depression sets in and you got nobody to talk to. You got nobody really to understand it, and you kind of get stuck like Chuck, And I was going through one of them nights, crazy nights, where I was going through a hard night. My account was overdrawn, and I had no food in the fucking house. It was just me. It was nothing. Like usually I could make up a little something, some noodles or something like that. I don't know. It was nothing in the house. Nothing. So I'm trying to figure out now. Look, so I'm looking at my account. It's negative. Right? And I'm like, damn, I should negative. Now I could have goddamn called somebody or whatnot, but it's like around, I want to say it's around 10:30ish, 10 or going on 11. And my pride wouldn't let me try to hit up a friend or a homegirl or somebody whoever I was seeing at the time. I don't want to hit nobody up and say, hey man, I don't want to be asking for food because I was hungry. And I ain't got no money and no way to get no money because my car is down, right? It's 11 and it's like November, right? It's November. I know it's November because I was supposed to pay out. That was the month I was supposed to get paid out. So I'm sitting there like, I got to figure it out. This is when people had cash. So I started rummaging through all my pockets. I started digging up everywhere, picking up pennies and dimes and quarters, loose change out of my pocket. Because at that time I used to do a lot of cash stuff, so I had a lot of cash. So when the change, I would just drop out my pocket or whatnot. So I'm picking it all up. I'm scraping everything up, right? So I count out, I had no dollar bills. So I count out 25, 45, 65, 85, 110, 210, 215, $3, $4, $4.16. I'm a grown man. And all I had to my name was $4.16 and change. And I remember sitting there looking at this table that's a lot like the table I'm looking at right now. I said, you gotta do better than this, shot. Like this ain't the best of you. So we're gonna change this, but tonight we're gonna take this $4.16. We're gonna walk to the store, maybe get a honey bun, a Tahitian treat. At the time, the Tahitian treats, motherfucking 2 liters, was like 99 cents at this particular gas station. I'm like, I get a Tahitian treat, a honey bun, maybe some cheap chips. That'll hold me for the night. And tomorrow we're gonna change this. But right now, I'm feeling bad about myself. Now, I'm like, I know this ain't the best of me, but I'm gonna fix this. So I'm looking at that $4.16. I was like, man, let me goddamn get my ass up because it's getting colder. So I put on all my little polo gear. Even though I had $4.16, I always had some gear, right? Had a polo bubble, put the motherfucking Scully on, clear everything on. I put the change in a black sock. Because I didn't want to have a change on my pocket like digging through the change, so I put it in a black sock. And I walked out the apartments. As I'm walking out the apartments, I hear the Spirit of the Lord speaking to me. And I was like, man, it's cold. Like this day is wind was blowing. Cause I know I was bundled up. And he said, bless somebody with the money. Keep in mind, this is on all the money I had and I'm hungry. He said, bless somebody with the money. My first initial action was like, big sandals, you crazy, bro. What, man, hell no. Look, Lord, I respect you, I love you. You have got me this far. But right now, bro, I need this money, right? I can't give it away, Lord. I can't bless somebody with this right now because it's all I got. This is all I got, Lord. Like, Lord, I'm so hungry. Lord. Please, no. He's like, give all of it away. Lord, please, no. I can give some, but let me, Lord, please. I just need to eat right now, Lord. Please, no. So I give it away. And by the time I hit the edge of the apartment, I made a decision that I was going to bless somebody who's outside, because the area that I was in is always somebody outside asking for change. You know, if you live in any kind of big city, there's always going to be somebody at the gas stations asking for money, right? Hey man, you think you can give me $1 my gas? Take this low, blah, blah. They be lying, but they just need some money for some crack, right? But he told me to bless less unfortunate. But I'm like, I'm less unfortunate right now. You know what I'm saying? I need that Tahitian treat. So I'm walking out there in my polo boots, my polo bubble, my Scully, and I'm looking. There's 2 gas stations across from each other. And I go to both, and I kind of stay outside. I'm waiting for somebody, because it's cold. Now, keep in mind, it's cold this day. So people not even coming out and getting gas, let alone niggas standing outside asking for change. So I'm out there, and I'm looking, I'm waiting. It's cold. My lips are cold. My nose is cold. I'm like, Lord, what have you do? What should I do? There's nobody out here. Keep in mind, I probably was out there maybe 10 to 15 minutes, but it felt like hours. But I had a spirit of calmness over me that I knew. I said, tomorrow I'm gonna be well fed, but tonight I'm gonna bless somebody else. Nobody never showed up. Nobody never came. There was nobody out there. So, but I was obedient. I had a spirit of calmness over me that I allowed myself to say, whatever happens, happens. So I went inside, I got my Tahitian treat, got my cheap bag of goddamn chips, 2 for $1, and got me a honey bun. And went home. And the next day, right? I always did my daily like motivational stuff, watching stuff, reading stuff. And the guy was talking, and he had said this quote, and it hit me in my head like a ton of bricks. He said, everybody deserves to retire rich. He said, everybody deserves to retire rich. And the light bulb went off in my head. I said, that's the name of the company. Forget following behind these internet brands and they stealing my money, stealing my joy, stealing my team, stealing my influence. I'm gonna start my own company called Retire Rich. We're gonna start a little t-shirt brand, right? So after I caught my boy, I said, hey bro, this is the name of the company we finna do. He's like, hey bro, where you at? I was like, I'm at the crib. He's like, I'm actually around the corner, so I'm finna come pick you up. He picked me up. We ran to the mall, right? With this idea that we went to a place called Home Team Apparel. Went to Home Team Apparel out there in Greenbrier Mall. My boy's still rocking and rolling. And we told him to sketch. They sketched out Retire Rich, right? And he said, bro, I don't get paid this week, but I do got about $112, right? So we go ahead, we took the $112. I think we bought like 8 shirts, I want to say, or something like that. 8 shirts, right? He put one on, I put one on. We went to this event like the very next day. All the shirts got sold out. I said, this is where it's at. We're gonna start selling these t-shirts. And we got into another organization. And then from that point on, we branded ourselves first, not no organization. And then that happened in, like I said, in 2015, 2016, that company did over $150,000 just selling t-shirts and hats and apparel from the trunk. And it was all because I was obedient, right? I was obedient when I didn't have it. I was obedient when I didn't know how I was gonna eat, but I was obedient. And by being obedient, God opened up the floodgates, and like I said, and we didn't have to work for money. Everything we created, income, like that. We had an idea, we put it on a shirt, and that was the year the hustle was born. That was the year my whole entire lifestyle after that, the whole hustle lifestyle was born in 2016. Because in 2015, I only had $4.16 to my name, and I was willing to give it away. Sometimes you can find your story in the pain. Sometimes listening, right, and being obedient, that God is trying to teach you. Because at that moment, I was like, this ain't the best of me. I am so low. I am so low right now that I want to give up. I want to give up, Lord, please, I want to give up. I want to give up. I want to give up. But he wouldn't let me. So, that being said, we went and did $150,000 from the trunk, from our apartment, right? We were able to grow another organization, able to fund so many different things. And that led me on the path of success where I'm on now. But it never would have happened if I didn't start with that $4.16 in that black sock. Anyway, y'all, that's the end of the story, man. I hope y'all got something from there. Like I said, be obedient, go forward, man. You never know. The Lord is setting you up for the big comeback. He is setting you up for the big comeback. You just gotta be obedient. You gotta be obedient, man. Thank y'all for listening in. This thing is out. Like I said, man, one time for the two-timers. Guess what? I got them nothing. Let's go.
This game will end you quick. You catch a lick, here come the vultures. Man, that's just the culture. Cop some signs for the times, but I light is ultra. And you're always on my mind, then.